I am Fran Jewell, and I am the founder of this program. I am also the executive director and a training program director and everything else. I do a little bit of everything for the program. It's my brainchild from the original, and I hooked up with Morgan Spector, who is one of the very top dog trainers in the nation, about 8 years ago. And when we met each other, we realized that we were both exactly on the same page in terms of what we wanted to do with our dog training capabilities. And as the program evolved and we earned our incorporation and our nonprofit status, Morgan is also an attorney, and so he's been really influential in helping us make sure that we got all of our ducks in a row before we started training dogs. But Morgan has been with this since the beginning, since its inception. I have wanted to train service dogs, I would say more specifically guide dogs, for people who are blind since I was a little kid. I was inspired by watching Buddy, the very first seeing eye dog, the very first service dog ever to provide service to somebody with a disability. That happened to be a German Shepherd. And I have wanted to do that ever since. And I think I was probably in about 7th grade when I realized that. And as life circumstances would go about it, of course, I went about life like most children do. And you know, you grow up and everybody says, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was always embarrassed about saying, well, I want to be a dog trainer. I thought that was kind of a goofy thing to tell people, so I never told people that that's what it was that I wanted to do. And even more so to tell them that I wanted to train dogs for people that had disabilities. And as time went on, I got married, had a child, got divorced. I moved here to the Sun Valley Ketchum area to raise my daughter, who was about 16 months old. And everything that I have done in my life, kind of avoiding doing my dream, actually led me to doing my dream. Everything that I've done. One of the things that's kind of interesting was that I used to be a plans examiner for the building department for the county of Blaine County. And one of the things that became my specialty was ADA accessibility. So when a builder would bring their plans in for a building permit, I was the one who issued the building permits after I did a plan check on them. And basically, I had to review them all, especially the commercial buildings, for ADA compliance. So that was one of the things that brought me very much back to where I am right now, which is understanding the needs that people have with disabilities, and even as simply as access. Is there an elevator to get from one part of a building to another part of the building? Where is the handicapped space for parking? I see a lot of times I walk into a building as a person who's able-bodied, and the handicap space is down at the end of the parking lot, and the code very clearly says that no, it shall be the most accessible space. And so I learned so much from doing those kinds of things, and I worked in the medical field for a period of time, and I worked in the insurance field for a period of time, and so all these things kind of brought me back to where I am now. I am absolutely thrilled at where we're at right now, but we're in a growing process, and it's been difficult to grow, no doubt. One of the primary missions that we have with this program is to custom train the dog for the person's disability. I don't think that there's another program in the United States that custom trains a dog for the person's disability. I'm not aware of it. I've searched, I've done internet searches, I can't find another program that does that. Most programs say, okay, we provide wheelchair assistance dogs, or they say we provide guide dogs, or they say we provide mobility dogs, but none of them will custom train the dog for the person's disability, and that's how we're a little bit different than everybody else.